Ladies, gentlemen, and young ladies, Iran has just dealt a very hard blow to Germany and Israel. Iran is not more in the joke. They want to besiege Iran. They want put Iran in all the difficulties of the world. But the service, Iranian national intelligence, comes to demonstrate his ability, his strength, and which means that there is a lot of shouting in Berlin. Yes, for a long time, Germany was not very cited in this case, but Germany behaved recently as the arm wrestling of launch of the United States of America. So Germany is collaborating with Israel to be able to destabilize Iran. It is necessary to say that they are not yet satisfied, despite the reactivation of this famous plan, what they call that already, snapback and sanction plan, really multidimensional, which includes several sanctions, really unwanted, since they have applied these sanctions on Iran from the UN. Moreover, the UN, which has been manipulated since then, Iran also says nothing. Iran does not speak, but the problem is that they are in the process of pursue Iran. They sent spies, terror on the territory Iranian, who was preparing to provoke attacks. If in recent times we have seen Israel and Washington say no, if it tries something, we will react directly, it's because they had already sent their agent into the field. And it is these agents who have been arrested on this day and completely neutralized, and definitely by Iran. The worst even, it is that these agents proceeded to a confession, and that is why a press release from the Guardian Corps Revolution pointed out openly an accusatory right on Germany and Israel. So ladies and gentlemen, in the frame of this geopolitical conference, it is of this news that we are going to talk. But as usual, before continue, agree to share the conference at most. Put a lot of likes and don't forget to leave your different opinions in comment. So let's go into the depths. So it must be said that it is a failure, bitter for Germany and Israel. And Germany is getting serious problems since Germany does not have of military equipment. Germany now, they can't cope with a long-term conflict. Even a short-term conflict will not be able to last a long time. So according to official information, it is an operation of the Ministry of Iranian Intelligence called MO, the Ministry of Intelligence Iranian. So according to this operation, Iranian forces announced that they had neutralized an armed terrorist group in the province of Sistan Baluchistan. That's in the southwest of the country. And so this network, according to the authorities Iranians, this network operated under humanitarian and commercial coverage. Do you understand very well? Some network that were there that operated officially. However, they are agents of the Mossad and from Berlin. So they operated under a humanitarian and commercial coverage. But the truth is they had explosives, they communicated to distance, they were guided from Berlin and all that. So they operated under humanitarian and commercial coverage to infiltrate the facilities, all Iranian military installations. Their goal was to infiltrate these facilities. And Iran now accuses, or Iran claims, that these people benefited from a increased foreign support. So according to the official press release, the group benefited from German funding and of Iranian logistical supervision Israeli. So Germany was financing, but Israel accompanied them on the plan of the logistics. Equipment, electronics, explosives, and encrypted means of communication manufactured in Germany and Israel have been seized. So Iran does not speak in the void. Iran already has the evidence since they seized materials with these agents during a vast series of arrests. And so it must be said that the enemies, regionals, failed to import chaos in Iran. This is what the intelligence minister Ismail Kibei, so he says they failed. They wanted to bring chaos to Iran. And obviously that's the strategy of bringing what was the chaos in Iran. Infiltrators were already there, all targets military. So make a list of the recognition of the places, all. They are there. They pretend to be humanitarian or for commercial purposes, but that was not their real role. They were there for identify military sites, and then after placing explosives to make explode. They wanted to use the Syrian method, make explosions all over the territory national, but without anyone knowing how did it happen like this for the first time, what they did in Iran too. Okay, without anyone knowing, since if these are the missiles or drones that are sent into the air, Iran is well prepared. Iran has the systems of air defense, such as the S-400, the S-1 Pentires, which was delivered to them. Iran by Russia, which allows stop any missile or drone. But if you hear that we are going to stop a flying machine, it is because the machine steals. But if an explosive is transported barehanded to be deposited on the site so that it can be that explode, imagine that there is several chances that it will explode. The chance is even 200%. We can't stop it if we don't even know has an explosive that is there. So we have to recognize that the how we are going to call this. The Iranian intelligence service did a great job. And so what are the infrastructures that were targeted? The network, which was what were the targets of this network? These are strategic infrastructures. So the terrorists in question were planning attacks on the power plant, Bushehr nuclear power plant, the military port from Chabahar, and several Guardian Corps bases of the Islamic Revolution were on their list. They are the ones who proceeded to confession. So it must be said that the operation led to the arrest of 23 individuals and the seizure of equipment Western-made military. So here's what happened. And so what are the motivations, geopolitics behind this infiltration? It's first of all the pressure increasing ground after the re-establishment of UN sanctions. It must be said that since the sanctions have returned, so there is only, and these infiltration attempts automatically started because just 48 after the Permanent Council UN permanent representative has struck Iran new sanctions. Just 48 afterward, they found these infiltrations. So it must be said that Mossad is suspected, The Mossad and the German BND and the BD are suspected being behind that. It's why, by the way, it was said that in immediate response, Iranian authorities, Iran has summoned the German ambassador to Teen, demanding explanations on the role of German services in this case. So here is another one. Diplomatic gap that is created between Germany and obviously Iran. And so young ladies and gentlemen, that was the front page of the news. I'll get back to you shortly, the time with new information. It was the voice of your humble servant, the Samurai.